All right. Listen, you want to make sure you're careful cutting those zip ties because I kind of cinched my hand with the scissors. Yeah, that was no fun. So I decided to add another layer of paint because once you're done doing all of that, you're going to scrape up your paint. So from here, you're going to see me sand. This is going to be the base layer. So let's get to it. Y'all, I was so happy my package came in. So I ordered something you'll see in a minute. So this is like a 2-for-1er where you're doing a video unboxing, a product review. My wheels. Y'all listen. If you decide to make this project, these wheels were perfect. I went to Home Depot. And by the way, all the supplies are from Home Depot. I'm not sponsored in no way. As you can see by some of the accidents that I had. Home Depot, you guys really need to offer some classes for those who are less, what's the word should I say? Less experienced with certain things. But yeah, I was so happy to get these wheels. So let's just kind of watch right here. I'm just measuring and measuring and measuring. Y'all, I was so scared to mess up because I didn't want the wheels to be off. So yeah, let's watch. Okay, so right here, I'm showing you guys where I drilled that pilot hole. You may want to do it on the side that you're going to use because, yeah, you can see it scraped it up really bad. So what I decided to do was use the screws that the screws come with two different types of screws. And you'll see here where I was like, "Ruh-roh, how am I going to get these wheels to stay in here?" So now I'm having to change out the screws because the wheels come with two different sets. So I ended up using the set of screws that came with the bolt. So yeah, y'all, I'm so not a professional, but I had a vision in my head, and I'm starting out with my resin journey, and I had all of this stuff in my room, and I really wanted to make space for it. So that's the reason why I'm building this little crafting cart. So yeah, keep watching. Okay, so for all of my newbies out there, you're going to see me change out the drill bits, because what I've found to be, I have to start out with a drill with a small pilot hole and then gradually increase it, because to be honest with you, I didn't have the strength to just go in full speed with a big drill. And I popped so many different drill thingies. Forgive me, I don't know what they're called, but that's what I use to drill my pilot holes. So I use like 3 different sizes to go from small to medium to the size of the nail. Listen, this thing gave me such a headache, and trying to get this in here, no matter how, as you can see, I just had to just pause the camera. Actually, the camera fell. I got so into it. So yeah. So now I'm just going to add the first layer of paint. Actually, I think this was my only layer of paint. So my thought process at first, I was like, oh, I love silver. I love the silver chrome, and I was going to let it stay shiny, but I was like, I don't feel like going to go get another paintbrush. So yeah, I just painted all over the nails. Keep watching. Listen, when I tell you this project did not come without some war wounds, keep watching. You'll see in a minute what happened. Make sure the drill comes to a complete stop. Yikes! So now I'm panicking because I'm like, yo, and I'm feeling this thing on my knee. I'm about to do knee surgery on myself. And I'm like, okay, so let me go backwards. And that wasn't working. So yeah, I'm like, what am I going to do? How am I going to get this out? And I'm feeling it pressed up against my knee. And I'm like, so then I turn it. I'm like, no, not that way. So then I went in reverse. But yeah, make sure the drill comes to a complete stop before moving it. Do you guys remember the first set of when I was putting the wheels on and I had to unscrew them? So these are those screws. So I'm like, okay, I'll just attach it using this way and using the washer. And it actually worked out very well. So those wheels were they definitely came in clutch with all the extra supplies. Okay, so I don't know what happened to the previous footage, but now I'm showing you where and how I attached the supporting board to the cart. Um, Make sure to go all around on every side of the cart. And I make sure to attach it to the wood as well. So it's not just inside the milk crates, it's in the cart. Now, to apply the tabletop, you want to use your construction Gorilla Glue. And I soaked that bad boy. I soaked it. And then after making sure I had enough, construction glue, I put my tabletop on. And then I just grabbed all those heavy and I sat it on top because I needed for it to adhere to one another. I don't have any clamps. So that's what I did. And then let's see here. You'll also see where I attached the mending clamps, because you definitely want to make sure you have that support. So even though the Gorilla Glue is there, I wanted to make sure I have the support. So you're going to attach it to the supporting board onto the tabletop. Make sure the screws are not to the point where they're so long they go through the top, because then you're going to run into a problem. So and then on the final layer, make sure you add a protective coat on top of your wood. I add the polyacrylic protective on there, and this is the final product. Now, y'all remember when I attached the bottom? So we had a little mishap.
Don't go
Let's
under
watch.
there, baby. That's dangerous. Hey, Sean, come here. Hurry up. Hurry. Ah! Mama! Don't do that. You're going to hurt yourself. Do not scare him. He's going to hurt himself bad under there. Mama! I'm trying not to scare him. My bolt cutters had... Oh, Mama, why did you do that? Okay. Get him. I gotta cut him. Do you see it under there? My. Okay, I'm gonna try to scoot it out. Don't grab him.
Why are you doing that?
Did you see up under there?
I did.
Yeah, I was taking a video and he was fine. And I'm like, do not go up under there.
Yeah, no. I know you seen all them nails under there.
Alrighty, guys. So listen, this project was so much fun to make. So yeah, if you decide to make it and follow the steps that I did without all the mishaps, don't forget to tag me in them. I would love to see your version of your crafty cart. That's what I'm calling it. So I'm just showing you right here where I attached the mending plate. I did mismeasure on where to or how to put the tabletop on, so that's where you see the Gorilla Glue kind of leaking through. But since it's underneath, I didn't sand it. I'm not really worried about it being underneath there. But this is why I was so panicked when Milo went underneath the cart. You need bolt cutters, and I did purchase bolt cutters, but I don't have that strength to cut it. So for all of my savvy guys out there that know who can tell me how to not make that so painful, I would appreciate all pointers. I want to thank you guys so much for coming along with me on this journey on creating my crafting cart made out of milk crates. So here it is. Voila.